Welcome to the Love Dub podcast. Uh, this is our first podcast together, and tonight I'm going to be talking about date night. So during these times, I know everyone's stuck at
Time
home.
out. Can I introduce myself? You going to just you going to just go into the podcast? You can just go into the podcast and be like, "Yo, this is the Love Done podcast talking about date night." So what we do is they don't know who we are or what we're doing. You just hopped in the video and was just like date night. So let me tell you guys, this random person you don't know, why we do and how we do date night. You want to start over again and go from the top?
Welcome to the Love Dub podcast. I am Erica, and this is my husband.
I am McFly.
So today I wanted to talk about vulnerability. So we showed up. I'm in a robe and a little head wrap.
I have a blankie. It makes me feel safe. No, it really does. I like it.
And I know that we've seen, all over social media, people dressing up and taking photos, and you go like, oh man, those are relationship goals. But honestly, that's a lot of work and it's not real. The beauty of being in a relationship is being able to be yourself and be stripped down and not be judged and be comfortable and be loved.
Actually, before she continues on this beautiful point, when I first met my eventual wife, and we had our first, what was it? What would you call it? Our first, that wasn't a date really, but we hung out for the first time. And I had met her in the mall. A lot of people know the story that know us. I met her in the mall, and she worked at Ann Taylor, which was a higher end clothing store. So she was dressed, to impress.
It's going out of business.
I was looking right. They are going out of business, by the way. So throw us some discounts, if you can. But either way, I saw her like, oh, she looks cute. She looks good. Let's talk to her. So, we'll spare you all that story. We'll give you the details of that a bit later. But when I first hung out with her after finding her and seeing her in the mall, and she looked all dressed up, she came. She's at her dorm, by the way. We met a while ago. She came to the door in basketball shorts and a t-shirt. And I was like, this chick's different. Like, I was confused. And I don't know if it was so much vulnerability that we're going to talk about today. I think it was more so like, you ain't going to last anyway, so I don't really care.
Yeah, it's definitely that.
So
definitely.
So there's that. But this one is always about being comfortable, I think. But a vulnerable is a bit different. So we want to take a little bit deeper dive into what that really means from a couple perspective, and not, as she mentioned, being dolled up in all your pictures. And oh man, yeah, like we alluded to it on our first video. You got the guys that have the six pack, or the girl that has the perfect body with the longest hair, and oh my gosh, they just look amazing. But the reality is, what's hashtagged as relationship goals are often a fantasy. They're fake. They're make-believe. They're the movies. They're magic. It's a lot of misdirection. It's a lot of look at what we want you to see and not what we really are. And that's really, I think, the essence of what made us decide to make this channel and bring you guys this content. We want you to have a perspective from a real couple. This is our real couch. This is our real everyday face.
I have no makeup on.
We have no regimens.
I got some lip gloss on because lips got to be moisturized. Can't have jacked up lips.
That's fair. But this is us. We're real. We're real people. We're weird. We told you guys after episode 1, so I hope you are ready for that. But we are different in the sense that we're not going to try to hide who we really are, hide what we're about. And I think that's what made us a strong couple from the beginning. We came into it with, hey, this is who I am. I have no intention of changing in terms of just basic things. I'm going to grow and develop and all of that stuff. But I'm not gonna just be a fake person because it makes you feel better. You have to accept me at who I am and my bare bones. And I think that's something that I've seen plenty of, and I think she's seen from me as well.
So everyone has baggage. You'd like to think otherwise, but even if you're a well-adjusted person, everyone has baggage, whether it be your insecurities, um, you don't have confidence, runs the gamut. So, and being a part of a relationship, obviously you're going to change over the years. But it's growing together and being able to, one, be comfortable enough to allow someone to even comment on certain things. Like prior to, he would never go and get a massage with me because he didn't want to get take his
I
clothes
didn't want
off.
somebody like touching
Has him
me or like seeing my body. As you guys know, I'm a little chunky, and like, nah, dude. I just grew up. People don't touch you, and they don't be touched and be seen like that. Like, I don't even take off my shirt at the pool. Like, nah, dude. This is not me. Ugh. Just the thought of that used to just gross me out.
So we went to Hawaii a few years ago, and I
Best
coaxed.
trip. Wait, no. First off, best trip of our life. Like, if you have not gone to Hawaii, you are missing out. It
We
was
went to Oahu.
phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal trip.
We went to Oahu, and we went to a massage parlor that was in this office building. I found it while I was Google searching. I recommend doing that when you when you go to some place. Just Google search like what locals do because you don't want to go to touristy spots.
We were localing it up. All the local hotspots we were at.
And it was really weird. It was in a weird office building, and then when you got up to the floor, it was like, it just looked like a regular office at first. So I'm like, are we in the right place? This doesn't seem like a spa. But then when
It felt like an
it
office
had
suite. It was
panoramic
weird.
views from the massage room of all of Hawaii.
Downtown, is that like Waikiki Beach? Is that technically what we were looking at?
Yeah, we were at, yeah, I believe so, Waikiki Beach. And it was amazing. And he got his first massage. And ever since then, I can't stop him from deciding that he wants massages.
Now, the massage thing was funny because when we walked in, again, it's like an office building. It was kind of weird, office suite, I should say. We walked in, and what was super weird was I walked in, and there's two beds. And if you've ever gotten a massage, you have to kind of strip down to nothing but your skivvies and, be touched and stuff, right? Now, it sounds way weirder than I'm making it, but that's what happens. Now, when we walked in, I noticed that above both beds, on the wall, the ceiling, there was like a metal bar. It looked like plumbing or like some kind of pipe. And I was like, well, that's strange. I thought maybe this was maybe they repurposed the room for this or something. It seemed weird to me. And so, you get the massage, the ladies come in there super nice and sweet. And they ask you first, your first massage. Oh, okay, cool. Well, how hard do you want? Like what level? And I'm just like, I mean, now mind you, I'm a big dude, 6 foot, real built football player build, right? And this woman has got to be 5 foot, 110 pounds, if that. Like, I mean, super thin, super small, right? And she's like, how hard? I'm thinking, you know what? I'm pretty big guy. Like, I doubt you're gonna be able to get in there really good. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Go hard or medium.
Got
I
in
said.
his ass.
So she starts doing the massage, and I noticed that she's got a little more muscle than I thought. 100%. I was like,
Small but mighty.
okay, that's cool. Then I noticed, now mind you, at this point I'm on my stomach and I'm laying face down. I feel like her foot get on top of the bed that I'm on. I'm like, what's this? Then I realized that she gets up top of the bed and it's both feet. And I'm like, wait. She's standing up. So I look up and I see her grab the bar above me. So I'm like, oh, so it's for them to brace. that makes sense. And then I proceeded to cry. I cried because with this bracing metal bar above us, she took her foot and literally tap danced on my soul. And I
His soul felt great
never,
afterwards.
she would just take the foot, just like, it was like a
Well,
drill.
we're
And
talking about vulnerability.
it was vulnerable. If you ever have had a 5 foot something sweet, Asian lady beat the crap out of you while you're naked, ain't nothing more vulnerable than that. I'm sorry. Nothing is more vulnerable or humbling than to be like, oh, that hurt. And I don't want to say, well, no, because I'm a big, tough, strong guy, that it actually hurts. It did hurt. And it was vulnerable. And I felt like, what happened? But the next day I felt amazing. It was the best thing I've probably done, like, physically ever. It was just like amazing. Anyways, long tangent, my apologies, but yes, it takes a lot, especially if you're a guy, and I think guys are oftentimes not okay with like a lot of lovey-dovey physical touching, and that's what a massage is, man. It's like rubbing and caressing and pushing and tenderizing like you just a piece of like high-end meat, man. And it's just, a lot of people aren't comfortable with it, but it opened my eyes to new experiences. 100%.
Now, your insecurities may be obviously different.
Yes.
But I think it's important when you try and get to know someone, you get to know them bare bones and not with that mask that we all are physically wearing right now, but around, but that metaphorical mask of, I am professional and I do this, and I'm not gonna let you see me have any imperfections, and I have my makeup on that's completely flawless and I'm beat for the gods. No, that's not the beauty of it all. It's funny story, another one, embarrassing for me. His first sleepover, I guess that I'll let him stay over. I fell asleep.
Oh, that time.
And I apparently farted. Did not know this. Did not know.
It stunk too, guys. I was just like, you're laying down.
After he told me the next day.
Yeah, she was asleep. It didn't even wake her up.
I was mortified.
I'm sitting there playing 2K. I brought the systems over to her dorm. I'm like playing 2K. She's snoring. I'm like, all right, whatever.
I mean,
everybody
even
snores.
that, I mean, still.
Everyone snores, and that can be embarrassing. Yeah, everyone snores. But I'm not, at this point, I'm not looking at her. I'm just like, oh, she snores a little bit. Oh, that's cute. Oh, a little cute snore. And it's just, and I was like, dude. And granted, it's like 1 a.m, so she's like, she doesn't know. And I'm just like, oh. I was just like, that's. It was funny, and yes, when I told her, she was mortified. Absolutely mortified.
Completely mortified. The point I'm trying to make is that when you get behind the mask, you don't want to end up finding out that you don't like what you see.
Absolutely.
I think that's important, especially during this quarantine. I think some couples are finding that they don't really know who they married, or realizing that there's certain things they don't like about each other because everybody's at work most of the time. 40 hours out of the week, even more.
If you're lucky.
Including like commuting.
The average commute's a half an hour to 40 minutes. And that's a good commute. Most people are probably more like an hour. You double that up, plus the time at work, plus that stretch of time that you need to decompress from work, decompress from the commute. Some people still come home after all of that time away and still put on a mask to an extent. Still feel like they can't tell people things, or feel like they can't be seen a certain way. What's made us stronger, and again, we've practiced it so much, we're two people who are pretty comfortable in our own skin. We have our quirks like everybody, but I think we made it a point to say, if we're going to work, if we're going to make a meaningful, loving, fruitful relationship that we both can grow from and develop in, we need to be honest and open and be vulnerable. And that means showing people things that you maybe don't want them to know. And that's tough because you always wonder, if I tell you this, will you still feel the same way about me? Will you still love me? Will you still think I'm this person? And I think it's something that, if your love is meant to be and your relationship is strong, it'll only be stronger if you do that. And if you feel you can't be who you are, maybe you're forcing yourself into that square peg, and it's just not a good fit.
Yeah, thinking that that's who you're supposed to be based off society.
Especially for people of color.
It doesn't serve you.
Especially for people of color. It's important for the Black women who may be listening, for the Black men. We are always forced into 2 or 3 roles. We can't be anything complex. And now that we're raising a young daughter, we worry about that, and we make sure that, hey, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to fit into anybody's box. So don't feel like that's the reason that you have to hide your vulnerabilities. If there's something that's a deficiency in you, work on it, but don't feel like you have to hide from who you are, because when you live as your best self and you find somebody who loves your best self,
You can only get better.
Only get better. Absolutely.
Well, that's what we had for our podcast today. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And
like, no, seriously, we need subscribers, guys. Like, I don't mean to do this on the video because I know this is probably professional with YouTube. Come on, man. We're going to give y'all some heat. We got some heat for y'all. We want y'all to be happy and love it, dub up, love it, dub up, love dubbed up, love dubbed up, love dubbed up.
So, well, I guess we have to add this in now, but yeah. Lub dub is the sound that the heart makes for all my nerds out there.
Nerds. That's black nerds.
Right?
Black nerds. Black nerds unite. She's a big nerd. Huge nerd. Like anime, guys. Come on, we're kind of nerdy.
Yeah, and just to clarify, we're currently watching One Piece and not Avatar, because I know there's a current wave of everyone watching Avatar now.
Yeah, we've actually embarked on the forever One Piece. Oh, it's gonna take forever. It's fun though. I enjoy it.
We're starting at the beginning.
The very beginning. But anyways, a lot of riffing there, but we definitely appreciate all the support. We're going to try to get you guys videos at least once a week. We're going to move it 2 times a week if we can manage it. As we mentioned, we do have your daughters, so we will do the best we can.
Yes.
But we promise to get you guys at least 1 video a week. And in the comments below, let us know if there's anything you guys want to specifically hear about. You want to hear more about the wedding? You want to hear more about when we first met, or how we do day to day, how we are doing with our daughter? Let us know in the comments below. We'll make sure we continue to bring you videos and content that you guys want to see.
We will be back next week. Hope to see you then.
Does people still do same bat time, same bat hour? Is that cool, or
no?
No one does that?
No.
I'm showing my age. We'll see you next week. Bye.